Stampylongnose here, and welcome back to JJC land. Before I tell you what we're going to be doing in this episode, I'm going to be showing you what I've been working on off camera. So, in the last episode you saw me build this little dragon fighting arena. As you can see, this is now 100% complete. I've called it Dragon Run, and it's 7 tickets. And so you guys can come in here, you can enchant, store some stuff that you don't want to lose, and so forth, and then challenge the Ender Dragon. So that's that. That was completely finished. Obviously, off camera, I'll be working on some more hotels. So as you see over here, I've now added 2 new hotels. I've added Ahaz Cupquake, and Ahaz Cupquakes actually, and a fox statue as well. Obviously, the fox statue isn't finished yet. I've still got to add the doors and everything in, like I have done here with Ahaz Cupquakes. But that's not what I'm going to be working on in this episode. What I'm going to be working on in this episode is a new mini game, and it's going to be a jousting type game or a dueling type game. So the way it's going to work is, as you can see, it's going to be 2 teams, a blue and magenta, and you're going to start off by getting in your minecart at this end, and there will be a track going all the way to the end with like glass in the middle here, with like little gaps every so often, so that as you see here there'll be like a clear start here, so you can see the other, and then you'll go with like little gaps in the wall where you have an opportunity to shoot your opponent's minecart, and that's going to go all the way along. Obviously there is a set middle. There's going to be parts that are easy to shoot through, parts that are difficult to shoot through. Some parts you might not be able to shoot through at all. So this game's all about timing. So I'm just going to quickly put in the wall, just so I know whereabouts the gaps are going to be. So that's going to be the easiest one there. Then they're all going to be sort of like that, across the whole way. So that way, whilst you're travelling along, the idea of it is to shoot your opponent's minecart whilst going, and obviously that's there'll be sort of twists and turns taking you further from them or closer to them, and that will be going all the way along. So what I'm going to be working on this episode is building up the walls, making sure it's bright enough so that mobs don't spawn in here, and then the floor and the track. So first of all, I'm going to work on the wall in the middle, so which will give just so we have an idea of how we can set the tracks up. And again, I said all of them are going to be 3 to 4 blocks high. Just because obviously I might do it 3 blocks high for this, and then the ceiling I'll put lights on just so it is quite bright in here. And as you see, I'm going to put it about this high. It's going to be another fairly big building. Just quickly build up this, like that, get rid of that. And as you see, that will give me enough room on the top there to add lights in and things like that. And as you see, it is a fairly big one, just because I do want it to have a bit more of a length rather than just going sort of being a really short mini game. So obviously this can either, depending on how well you are with a bow and arrow, can be a really quick game or it will be a very short one. Obviously there'll be bows and chests, loads of bows in the chest that are set with infinity on, so you can keep shooting rather than having to stack arrows. So this whole floor is just going to be 2 different teams, blue and magenta. So I'm just putting the blue team's floor down, and then I'll work out the track. And then what I've got to do is what I do for the blue side, I've got to do the exact same for the magenta side as well. So that is exactly the same. So it's all fair and all equal. I've just got to take off these tracks here. fill leveling the floor. And what I might do is have a first little turn going somewhere around here, but at the same time I might just leave it like that all the way, so you come closer, further, then closer. Oh, one thing. Then I'll say it so you come right in front for this part, then you go a bit further back for this, just because this is the one that's you have a larger opportunity at shooting. A couple of little turns here. We'll keep that so it goes about there, and then it will come back in line with this for the end. So as you'll see, what I've done for this track, I've got to do the exact same for the other side as well. So here we go. So first of all, what we've got to do is just quickly fill up all this floor with magenta, just so we know, just so we don't have to really pick up the tracks once we place them to place down the wall. And this is going to be like a really fun, simple mini game, and it'll be like a team one as well, so you can have a certain amount of teams. So I said this is going to go all the way to there. That will then come in to about there. Then how many do we go back? One. So it came one from the wall. So it goes about there. All the way to there. Then that came again. 3 in, 1, 2, 3. Went to there. Came out. So there was a 2 gap here. 1, 2. So just as you see, it's the exact same on both sides, making sure that it stays fair. Obviously all we've got to do now is just go along with the track here, changing all the floor to blue and magenta, and then fixing in the walls. So I'll get rid of that one for a second. Same for this. Just quickly put the magenta in here, and then we can worry about putting the tracks back in. And that goes all the way along like that. I believe that's the same. So there should be a 2 gap there. 1, 2, yeah, that's right. Open the glass. So there you go. With that, that's the tracks now done.
Kelly's just text. That's what you're doing today.
Yeah, it's just messaged me. I don't know what I'm doing in a minute. Just finishing the broadcast.
Have you messaged her?
Not yet. that's now floor completely done, I believe. So just see, oh no, got a bit more blue to put in. So there you go, as you see, simple little ride or mini game, which doesn't involve much redstone or things like that. Just literally involves a bit of minecart tracks. A bit of minecart tracks and a couple of bow and arrows and a lot of wool. And again, it's a really simple one to build. You can make it into a circle shape with like 2 tracks going around in a circle. All depends on what you want to make. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the roof on and then put those lights in. Before I do that, some message. So there we go, just literally. Let me just go quickly, let's get a potion of swiftness. So there we go, just literally fill out the roof. So that's the roof now done, and all we've got to do is put in the lights like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it like I did with my Minecon. On there, all the way across, and work out how many I can actually put in, sort of thing. Or I might just leave it as a one big light like this. So obviously the wall's going to go there. So it needs to come 2 in from the wall. 1, 2. So yeah, that's right there. Oh, right there. Another way we can even make it better is obviously by adding glowstone in the floor in certain little areas like this as well. And there we go. That just makes it a bit more brighter in here. Wait, what was that? looking different. Oh no, it's just me. Okay, so there we go. And what we're going to do is put another few little ones around here as well. And that should hopefully lighten the place up. And we'll just literally put a few at the start. And easily, another way we can just do it is just put them all along down the side like this. And just like that, there we go. Okay, so that should hopefully brighten the place up. And I was joined by someone until they left. So what I'm going to do is literally put all the walls in. And then obviously I'm going to see if someone can join me to help me test this game off camera. But obviously before I do it off camera and test it's working, I'm just going to finish all this. So quickly just make sure it's working. Let's quickly get rid of get our minecarts and go along. So as you see, if we're pushing stuff along, obviously the way I do it, make it a bit faster as well, is I will put at the start here a powered rail, just so that way you do shoot off yourself, and that way it does sort of work. Then about halfway in between, so here just quickly, that was right, then like that, as you see, it will power up each of the rails. And just quickly put that one here as well, like that, and change the purple to blue. So there we go. That should hopefully then get us there and back. So let's quickly sit in. So you see, you shoot off, trying to shoot each other's bow and arrows, and then obviously put another one here to send you back. So that now fully works. Just make sure going back works as well. So as you see, we'll end up both sides, and then you have to sort of go along the way trying to shoot your opposition, and that works. So we've tested that, we know it works. What I've got to do now I'll worry about that in a minute. For now, let's just worry about finishing off these walls. So obviously the doorway will be here. 1, 2, 3. And again, this will be the exit and the entrance. Just change that for the red. So there you go, you walk in, one team will go over to this side, one team will go to this side. Let's just put our middle in so we can put the doors on. Just realised I need to put 3 doors on this. And we'll put this out of, let's do birch wood door. So you walk in, and obviously what we can easily do is you can put it like that. So you walk in and walk out the same way. Just literally finish that off like that, like that. And that's how that will work. Bear with me guys, I'm just like... Like that, like that, like that. As you see, they can all the walls will end up the same. So looking inside here, the way it works is one team will go there, one team will go here. Let's get our chest on both sides. You'll get out your bow, which will have, just put the arrow in like that. Good thing I killed lots of skeletons before. So as you'll see, yes, you'll get your arrow from the chest. You'll get your bows. I put loads of bows in here. Gonna be a lot of bows. And then you'll get in your minecart and it will go off. And we'll make it fair, easier, so we know that it works. Blue, magenta. Oh, how do I get red out? Blue. So like that. So there we go. And we want it about 1 here as well, I'd say. So there we go. Now we know that it will be quite a fast game, making it a bit more difficult to hit the other player. So there we go. So there we go. Fill in all the walls. Obviously, once all the walls are put in, oh, not there. This is another new mini game, ready for the wild. And obviously the one way we can make it brighter is obviously put in glowstone along the glass as well. I'm just a little worried that because of how big this is and that mobs will get in there and start onto the and make it get a bit more annoying. So that's one side done. That's three sides done, should I say. As you can see, it's starting to come together as a ride. Now to finish it off, just add all the glowstone across the top, and that should hopefully brighten this place up. And so it might be a case of putting glowstone around here as well. Around the outside all the way. And there we go. So with that, I'm just going to finish off this wall, and with that, that'll be this ride done as well. So I'm going to start needing your help, guys. Obviously, there's only so much you can build yourself, sort of thing. And obviously, I'm starting to run out of ideas of what else to put in this land. I don't want it to just be a couple of rides like this, mini games like this, and then that's it. That's it. Obviously, with so many mini games in this world, there's only so much that you can actually build. off of your own ideas before sort of looking at asking friends what they've built in it, looking at friends' world and seeing if they're obviously having a world like this is amazing because obviously you get your heart thirsty, but when you start running out of ideas, you end up turning to your friends' worlds and seeing what they've built, trying to get copies off of them. And generally, that's not something I want in my world. I want ideas from my own perspective. You know, originally this was only gonna be 3 sections: a kiddies area, adults area, and family area. But as you see, it's now changed into a whole world full of just mini games and fun. So that's one thing I want to keep doing with this world. Just have it all about fun that you can build. And obviously, as you see, there is only so much that you can build. As you see, I've got tons of spleef, building competitions, I mean, I've literally built a game show because I'm starting to run out of ideas. I mean, don't get me wrong, game show sounds fun in the world. It's sort of family teen game, and it works. Same as the dog's obstacle course. Obviously, everyone has to tame their own dogs. You can only spawn a certain amount of dogs in the world, or pet animals and mobs in the world. So it does get a little difficult after a while for building ideas for what to add. Obviously, you can't build anything that actually moves. You know, you can't build like Ferris wheels and stuff like that, due to the fact that Minecraft doesn't have that sort of general thing for it. So this is as close to moving as you get. Minecarts and boats. But yeah, guys, what I'm gonna do is off camera, I'm gonna build this area up a bit more around here. Finish off this sort of little game. So I'm just going to literally surround this to the other side. And obviously that does mean that there's going to be two sort of paths that look exactly the same. So there we go. And I said that this whole section is just going to go around as well. So this is going to be 3 long, so see 1, 2, 3. And obviously I'll have paths off in different directions from here on, so one will go off towards the house, one will go straight up this way, one will go off to the left, and so forth. But for now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to surround this area off, and then I'll build up the paths later on. So see, that's just going to go around like that. But I don't want this to be the end of it, obviously. That said, there is going to be a lot more coming. It's just literally coming down to making them. As you see, I've literally made mini games with just empty fields and random lights and so forth. Obviously, going to be building more sort of mini games like this, more little huts and shops around. So there is a lot more to come. So expect there to be a lot. As you see, I end up using old villagers' houses for shops. I'm going to be building at some point another little mini game, but I don't totally know how it will work. But I'll tell you more about that when it comes to it. For now, but the only episode here on top of the. Actually, before we do, I still need to give this a name, and I've already thought of a name. So let's grab everything that we need. That. That, and oh, there's a few more things actually. That and that. So we'll put it here. Put that there. Bring the fence around like this. There we go. So this is where it will go. Just quickly do that. Do that. Always does that. Just like that, like that. Get rid of that. And we're going to call this Quick Shot. It's going to be 5 tickets, not 45 tickets, 5 tickets. There we go. So Quick Shot. So the way it will work is, obviously I'm going to fill up the chest with all the bows off camera, just obviously it's going to take a while. Well, I might have to change that a little bit. These do seem to go quite fast. So let's change these ones into normal rails. And that should be better. Just give that a test. See, I changed that one into it as well. Would have if it was on it properly. So there we go. That does work. There we go. So that will be done. That's it. I fill up the chests off camera, and worry about and do, as I said, finish off sort of inside decorations as well off camera. But I'm going to end the episode here, guys. I'm recording for 40 minutes now. So for now, guys, I'd like to thank you all for watching. Like, comment and subscribe to my channel for more content, and I'll see you all next time. Bye guys.